It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day from 5 to 6 talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. You can email me as well, randykabc@gmail.com. That's randykabc@gmail.com. It is Friday, which means it is happy hour. It's totally open phones here on the News Blitz. You can call in about anything and everything. But as always, I've got a fun topic to give some love to the local eateries and drinkeries and vacation spots in Southern California. And today's topic came to me yesterday. Yesterday at the radio station, our sales manager, Debbie, happened to order pizza for everybody from Ciccero's, which we've talked about before. It's the place where we always go to when we want pizza at the radio station, and it's always solid. It's always great. But we've done a pizza show. However, what was ordered wasn't just pizza. There was an Italian submarine sandwich. And I haven't had an Italian submarine sandwich in a very long time. I try to stay off of bread most of the time because my wife is gluten-free. I don't have a gluten problem, but I just, I try to make our lives easier by we both go for it. Sometimes I enjoy myself. Sometimes I splurge. And by the way, this was a very special occasion because I've got a rule where I do not eat until after the noon to 3 show. But when I was told there was pizza in the kitchen, I had to take a look. And then when I took a look and I took a whiff, well, all that was out the window. So I grabbed a couple slices of pizza and I grabbed a piece of that sandwich. And it was wonderful. The bread was soft and delicate. The salami and the cold cuts on it were great. And it reminded me of just how much I do love a good sandwich. It's like a food hug. And so I know that there are a whole bunch of people listening right now. They might have a neighborhood sandwich shop that they'd love to give some love to. It can be a mom and pop. It could be a chain. It could be Jersey Mike's. I would be surprised if someone called in and said how much they love Subway. But hey, you do you, man. So I'm going to tell you some of my favorite places to get a sandwich, and you're going to tell me some of yours. It's as simple as that. Anywhere in Southern California, if you know a great place to get a fantastic sandwich, give us a call. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It's Sandwich Day here on the News Blitz. Give us a call with your favorite place to get a sandwich, and tell me what kind of sandwich it is. 800-222-KABC. So let me first tell you about a small chain that I've been obsessed with for over a decade. And there used to be a location real close to where I am in Encino. And even though that place isn't there anymore, they've opened one in Chatsworth, they've got one in Santa Clarita, and they've got one near the radio station in Culver City. If you've never been to Capriotti's, let me tell you, you are in for a treat. Incredibly fresh ingredients, really well-made bread, and they have such incredible creativity with some of their sandwiches. They're known for a sandwich that they call the Bobby, and the Bobby is like Thanksgiving dinner on a sandwich. So you've got fresh roasted turkey, you've got cranberry sauce, you've got mayonnaise, you've got stuffing. It is such a delight any month of the year, not just Thanksgiving. So anytime I get into a Capriotti's, I love getting that Thanksgiving sandwich. I used to work right next to the one that used to be on Woodley and Ventura, and I went there almost every day. But it's not just the Bobby that I love. Their roast beef is great. They have a cold turkey where the thing they do there is they'll take some really fresh meat, nice coleslaw, and Russian dressing. And that combination is wonderful. Can't say enough good things about Capriotti's. And they also have like a lot of really great sandwich places, some really high-end chips that you get with your sandwich. And then if you really want to go for it, you put a couple jalapeno chips in your sandwich. So that's always been a big one for me. Now I'm going to give one that I'm sure some people are going to call in, especially if you happen to be on the west side, because it is worth driving to. It is worth dealing with the traffic. In Santa Monica, Bay City's Italian Deli is everything and more. It is so special. Now, it's really difficult to get there, and you might be waiting a really long time for your sandwich, but if you haven't heard of the Godmother, it is one of the most perfect Italian sandwiches I've ever had, and I don't know what they do with that bread. It is incredible. I am a huge, huge, huge fan of Bay City's Italian Deli, so much so that I will suffer having to get through Santa Monica to enjoy one. And then you also want to make sure that you get some of those pickled peppers as well. Oh, those are so good. Now, there are a few other little chains that I'm a big fan of. I love Jersey Mike's. I think Jersey Mike's makes a great sandwich. And if you're gluten-free, they do a sub in the tub, and the sub in the tub is incredible. I also, for many years, have been a fan of Philly's Best. There's one in Encino. There's one in Burbank. They're all over the place. Really solid Philly-style Philly cheesesteak. Can't go wrong with that. But let me tell you, I have a favorite sandwich place for my entire life. And that place happens to be in Burbank. And I discovered it through my old roommate many years ago when I was still living in Burbank. And this is a mom and pop. It is just a guy and his family running this place. And it is, without a doubt, my all-time favorite place to get a sandwich. I wish I still lived in Burbank because I miss going to the Submarine King. The Submarine King is this wonderful, nice guy named Son. And he is on Victory and is it Olive? I think it's on Victory and Olive, right before you cross the bridge into downtown Burbank, right next to that 7-Eleven. And oh my goodness, the ingredients he has in his sandwiches. He does all the classics, but one that I got turned on to, it's actually a vegetarian sandwich. It is these really, really fancy mushrooms, avocado, and cheese. The mushroom, avocado, and cheese sandwich at Submarine King is unlike anything I've ever had, and just thinking about it makes me want to go drive over there, say hi to that guy because I haven't been in years, get myself one of those. And then when I used to go there regularly, he started making his own giardiniera, and for like a couple cents, you get a little giardiniera on that sandwich. Oh, it was special. It was great. I would move to Burbank again just for that sandwich place. It is a classic. So those are some of my favorite places to get sandwiches, but this show just isn't about me. It's about you. So I want you to call me right now at 800-222-KABC. It can be a mom and pop. It can be a chain. It can be whatever. Anywhere in Southern California, tell me a great place to get a sandwich. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Let's start with Tom in Santa Monica. Tom, hello.
Fine, Randy. How are you?
I'm great.
I say Brent's Deli. It's in Parthenia, and it's west of Canoga. It may be by Wilbur. I'm not sure, but Brent's, Brents. Their pastrami Reuben is the finest I've ever had. And if you had a heart monitor and while you're eating it, I guarantee you'll see it go up a little bit. But it's just delicious.
I have heard great things about Brent's, and I'm so glad you said pastrami Reuben. I love a pastrami Reuben, and there used to be a place in Valley Village on Riverside and Laurel. Doesn't exist anymore, Katie's, and that was that was one of my favorite sandwiches for years and years and years. So I got to get out to Brent's Deli in Canoga Park, and I got to get me a pastrami Reuben because that sounds incredible.
And real quickly, the best place on the west side to get pastrami and corned beef, I think, is Vicente Foods, which is on San Vicente and Bundy. They really know how the taste, it's moist, it's cut very thin, it's delicious. See you later.
Vicente Foods. I'm going to check it out. Thank you so much for the call, Tom. Appreciate it. It's that simple. Call in with your favorite place to get a sandwich. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Let's go to Jeff in Torrance. Jeff, hello.
Randy, I had to call because my wife and I are on our way to a place called Jack's Pizza in South Torrance. It's on the corner of PCH and Anza. Best sub sandwiches in the South Bay, and that's why we had to call when you're talking about sub sandwiches. The best. Got to try it.
Jack's Pizza and Subs in Torrance on PCH. It looks incredible. I'm looking at the sandwiches right now.
Yep, it's the best. Got to go there.
All right. Thanks for the shout out. Appreciate it, Jeff. It's as simple as that, everybody. 800-222-KABC. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. They do a mushroom, green pepper, black olive, and red onion sandwich. I'm telling you, mushrooms on a sandwich, it's real special. 800-222-KABC. Mike in Torrance. Mike, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Randy?
Doing great.
Oh, so my favorite sandwich place is in El Segundo. It's called Rinaldis. They use
Rinaldis.
They use all boar's head meats and cheeses. They are delicious. Been going there for probably 15 plus years for lunch with me and my guys at work, and it's just the best that I've ever had.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the Godfather sandwich. Cappy ham, salami, pepperoni, roast beef, bacon, and provolone. Oh, it looks so good.
Yes,
I love it. Mike, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. Isn't that great when you have a place that you've been going to for 10 years, for 15 years? There's such consistency. There's such comfort. There is such happiness in a local sandwich shop. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222, your favorite place to get a sandwich. Let's go to Lisa in Burbank. Lisa, hello.
Hello. So I ate at Mr. King's today. You're exactly right. It's between 7-Eleven and Nickelodeon on Olive and Victory 263 West Olive. And delicious. He still has the same. Parking's a little challenging, so sometimes I park on the street or across the street where Pep Boys or the Chevrolet is, because it's worth it.
I remember that. Lisa, I remember the parking being a pain in the butt to get there, but the sandwiches are so good, it's worth it.
It is worth it. It's just in that 7-Eleven parking lot. And also, anyone who's a golf enthusiast, let me say, the mailbox place right next door is the best kept secret for getting your swinging step.
Oh,
so
good to
get a
know.
Sandwich, check out the golf swing. It's very affordable, and they've got a golf pro there. That's like the little hot secret ticket in Burbank. But I did want to mention Connals in Pasadena for sandwiches. Connals.
Oh, how do you spell that? You read my mind. Connals in Pasadena. I'm checking that out right now. Connals in Pasadena. What do you like there?
Pastrami is really good there, and really it just depends on whatever you like, but they have the best grinder.
Oh, it looks incredible. Thank you so much, Lisa. I appreciate it. You know, now I miss living in Burbank for a whole bunch of reasons. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. Let's go to Joaquin in Orange County. Joaquin, hello.
Yeah, hi. Best sandwich I know is in Laguna Hills, next to the 5 freeway, and it's called MOE Deli. And all the sandwiches are good there, and because 90% of the sandwich is bread, and they have a great bread there. So
yeah, you're so right. Bread. If you don't have good bread, you don't have a good sandwich. And I'm just looking at the pictures right now. Looks like they make it there themselves too.
The bread?
Yeah.
No, they get it from a bakery.
Well, it looks fantastic.
Probably I'm not allowed to tell you which bakery, but it's a great bread.
I love it. Thank you so much for the call, Joaquin. Appreciate it. Look at this, a turkey provolone sandwich, an Italian, a tuna melt, hot pastrami. You know, thinking of pastrami, growing up as a kid, there's 2 sandwich places that I can really remember growing up in Valencia. One I don't think exists anymore, and that was Final Score. And they used to have really great sub sandwiches. They would have these chopped up dill pickles that were my favorite. But growing up next to Hart High School in Newhall, anyone that ever went to Hart High School went to Jimmy Dean's. And Jimmy Dean's had burgers. They had breakfast burritos. But they also had one hell of a hot pastrami sandwich. Pastrami, mustard, pickles, great bread. I love that place. Let's go to Lynn in L.A. Lynn, hello.
We love you and John very much. The place we want to recommend is the original Vito's Pizza, and they're located at 846 North La Cienega Boulevard in West Hollywood. Everything is good there, but the meatball sandwiches are fantastic.
Oh, I love me a good meatball sandwich. That sounds incredible. That's Vito's in West Hollywood. Thank you so much for the call, Lynn. Appreciate it. We're just getting started here, so let's get you on board. We're talking sandwiches today on Happy Hour because nothing makes you happy like a sandwich. 800-222-KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. It's Friday, it's Happy Hour, and we're talking sandwiches. During the break, I looked up Instagrams for every place we talked about so far. Brent's Deli, you can follow on Instagram at Brent's Deli. Vicente Foods, you can follow on Instagram at Vicente Foods. Jack's, the one in Torrance, that's Jack's Pizza Shop, so give them a follow. Original Rinaldis, that is the one in El Segundo, and it looks incredible. Connals _Pasadena. Vito's Pizza Weho, make sure to give them a follow. Moe's Deli OC, and I really like Capriotti's. There's just a few of the places that we've talked about so far. Let's keep going with your favorite sandwich shop. Let's go to Jim in Northridge. Jim, hello.
Yeah, hey, buddy. I got to tell you about My Hero Sandwiches. It's on the corner of Plummer and Reseda Boulevard in Northridge. And, boy, they got a roast beef sandwich that is the bomb. It's got the tomato salad on it, and you can get pickles. And, boy, I tell you, My Hero in Northridge, it's the way to go.
I am so close to there. I might have to go there right after this show because it looks incredible. They are on Instagram at My Hero Subs. They got a great tag. Jim, thank you so much for that recommendation. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm looking at, sometimes you can just tell from looking at a picture how soft and fluffy the bread looks, how fresh the cheese looks, the ingredients, the pickles. I'm a sucker for good pickles. 800-222-KABC. Let's go to Carrie in Newport Beach. Carrie, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Randy? I'm calling you from Newport Beach, but I get out to Inland Empire quite a bit for business, and through a little town called Norco. It's a horse town where the main street's got horse trails, and every restaurant's got a tie-off, a little corral for horses. There's a restaurant there called the famous Norco's 6th Street Delicatessen and Grille, and I go out of my way to go there because the food is just incredible. The people who work there are fantastic. The atmosphere is the best. But I love the number one sandwich that they have, and it's roast beef, turkey, provolone, all the fixings, and then I always have them add some bacon and get a couple of their delicatessen sides in there, and it's just over the top delicious. Really, really good.
Oh, it looks incredible. I'm trying to find if they have a social media, but they do have a website, 6thstreetdeli.net right there. The pictures look as good as you described it. I love it. So that's the 6th Street Deli in Norco. Take your horse. Carrie, thank you so much. Appreciate it. You know, I always have talked about visiting Norco because my wife is really into horses. And, that'd be a cool place to live. Let's go to Andrew in Riverside. Andrew, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Randy?
Doing great.
So you got to come out. Speaking of Norco, you got to come out to Norco. Check out Badlands. Get a porky. Great sandwich.
A porky.
There's also I think it's a Badlands sandwich too. Same name. Delicious. It's a barbecue joint.
Oh, this is great. You know what? I'm already following them because we got a shout out for Badlands when we did a barbecue show a few weeks ago.
Yep.
All right, now I got 3 reasons to visit Norco.
Horses, barbecue, sandwiches.
Oh, and then someone called in last week with that taco place as well, with the barbecue place that has the all-you-can-eat taco night. Okay, yeah. I got to move to Norco. Andrew, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. We're going to keep going here. Your favorite place to get a sandwich in Southern California, 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on this Happy Hour Friday, Talk Radio 790 KABC. It is the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. We're here every single day from 5 to 6 talking about the local issues that matter to you most and taking your phone calls at 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It's happy hour. It's a Friday. We're talking your favorite sandwiches in Southern California at 800-222-KABC. You can email me as well at randykabc@gmail.com. Brandon writes in and says, bro, I figured you would know this place from your stoner days. Cheba Hut. The name says it all. It's kind of a marijuana-themed sandwich shop, and they got bomb sandwiches and desserts that look like edibles, but they're not. That might have started after I stopped smoking weed 7 years ago, but apparently there's one in North Hollywood, and he's a fan of it, so check out Cheba Hut on Instagram at Cheba Hut. By the way, during the break, I was looking at Badlands Barbecue, which now has been shouted out twice on this show. The Porky, slow smoked pulled pork topped with Carolina sauce, coleslaw, onion straws, chipotle mayo on toasted brioche. I got to get out to Norco, and I know how I could sell it on the wife. They got lots of horses. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. Let's go to Rocco in Santa Clarita. Rocco, hello.
Hey, Randy. How you doing this afternoon? Thanks for taking my call. I have two places. Fat Sal's over on Ventura Boulevard. There's another one somewhere down on Gailey, I think, by Westwoodish area, UCLA-ish. And there's another one somewhere. But I go to one on Ventura, get a Fat Jerry sandwich. That's, to me, the bomb because it's got a lot of different stuff in it. I like that stuff. Or get the special, whatever the special happens to be when you go there. Now, for a pastrami dip, no. Everest, up here in Canyon Country. It's across the street from the Canyon Theaters, and they're Regal Theaters, and they're really good. This dip is enough for two people. You get it, and you get a small side of onion rings, and these are homemade style onion rings. They're really good. Blow me up on the way out, please.
Here you go, Rocco. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, wow. Okay, so Everest looks really great. And I used to go to a place in Canyon Country. He's sparking my memory. It might have been Everest. It looks like it's been there for a while. Now, Fat Sal's, I live really close to the one that's in Encino. And let me just tell you, if you happen to use DoorDash, for some reason, Fat Sal's constantly has some like 40% off deal. But Fat Sal's is not for the lighthearted because Fat Sal's is the place where the sandwiches have fries, onion rings, and mozzarella sticks on the sandwich. It is a glutton's delight. And then you can get some fries that have got Alfredo sauce on them. It's a good time, but you will definitely feel full. 800-222-KABC is the phone number. I do love the idea of taking people out, but I can't rip off Tommy. Let's go to Richard in East Hollywood. Richard, hello.
Hey, how you doing, Mr. Wang? I know you're not soft on crime like that other wiener. But I like a sandwich place. It's a supermarket called Catalina's, just off Western in Santa Monica. And they say the best empanadas in L.A. I don't know about that. But they also do deli sandwiches, and their submarine sandwiches, basically an Italian cold cut, is just the bomb. I go to the John's, get some thin cut Genoa salami because they use cotto, add a little Genoa to it to make it even more outrageous. And it's the bomb. Check it out.
Boy, Santa Monica is home to so many good delis and sandwich shops. I'm so jealous. Richard, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. And the empanadas look great, too. All right, I'm checking them out. CatalinasMarket.com. They do have an Instagram. They have an Instagram, Catalina's Market. How about that? 800-222-KABC. Let's go to Kirk in Orange County. Kirk, hello.
I just wanted to recommend a place in Huntington Beach. It's called the Philly Grill, and obviously it's the Philly cheesesteak, and it's all about the bread. And one other one, since it's happy hour in Orange on Main Street near La Vita, there's Hollingsheads Deli. It's kind of a import beer shop with a bar, but they also have a sandwich shop in it too. It's very busy at happy hour. Those are my two.
Tell me the name of the second one again.
Hollingsheads. It's HOLLINGSHEAD.
Oh, there it's coming up. Hollingsheads in Orange. Wow. So Hollingsheads, and then you got John's Philly Grill out in Orange County. Looks great. Kirk, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Those look like some legit Phillies. Now I got to get down to Orange County. John's Philly Grill and then underscore. That's how you get that one. And Hollingshead Deli, their website, hollingsheaddeli.com. And, they've got an Instagram as well, Hollingshead Deli. We'll keep going here, 800-222-KABC. Nick in Torrance. Nick, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Randy? Hey,
great.
I worked up in the Torrance area for about 40 years. There's a place there called the New York Deli on Sepulveda, just past Crenshaw. It is so awesome. It's run by this Persian couple. They're either Persian or Lebanese, but they make such authentic sandwiches. My go-to are typically the either the corned beef Reuben or the pastrami Reuben, but they have this one triple-decker called the Brooklyn, which is brisket, roast beef, and liverwurst, which sounds hideous, but it's actually pretty darn good.
That sounds incredible. Wow, I'm checking them out right now. They are on Instagram at The New York Deli. That's great. They have a great handle right there. Nick, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate it. Oh, wow. You could tell that stacked high pastrami, that classic deli look. There's even a matzo ball soup on their page. I get so hungry doing these Friday shows. And I'm trying to lose weight because I ate way too much when they dropped off the pizza and sandwiches yesterday. But hey, that's just a part of life. Let's keep going. Hector in Southgate. Hector, hello. Hector. Hector, are you on mute? Hector going once. Hector going twice.
Hello, Gary?
Yeah, there he is. Hello. Oh, you made it. What's going on, Hector?
Yeah, my place I recommend is Bonello's in San Pedro for the best meatball sandwich.
Oh, I do love a high-quality meatball sandwich, I'll tell you that. Bonello's Pizza San Pedro, that's where you like to get a meatball sandwich. I'm checking it out right now. Thank you so much for the call, Hector. Appreciate it. That's Bonello's, Bonellos, Pizza San Pedro on the old Instagram. I love the future. Everyone's got an Instagram. The only place so far that doesn't have an Instagram account is I think almost all of them do. That's pretty cool. We'll give all the shout outs again. 6th Street Deli in Norco. That's the only place so far I haven't found an Instagram, but I'll have Instagrams for all the other ones, and I'll plug it on my Instagram at the end when I post the podcast at 6 o'clock at Randy Wang Radio. That's Randy Wang Radio. Let's go to Mike in LA. Mike, hello.
Hi, Randy. How you doing? Before talking pastrami, the best pastrami sandwich is Langer's Deli in L.A. on 7th and Alvarado. They make their own pastrami. There's a line out the door and around the corner. That place is good. You got to try it.
It's called Layer Deli?
Langer's Deli.
Oh, Langer's. Okay, I've heard of Langer's.
Yeah, Langer's, yeah. Oh, yeah. The best pastrami. They make their own pastrami in-house. The best, hands down.
That place is a classic. I love it. Mike, thanks so much for the call. Appreciate it. Old-fashioned, serving up hot pastrami sandwiches since 1947. Yeah, Langer's, that is a classic. You can check out them on Langer's Deli. As simple as that. We'll keep going here as we give out your sandwich shout-outs in Southern California. 800-222-KABC. I'm following Langer's Deli, and it says Langer's is also followed by Muddy Misak and Eunices Hernandez. 800-222-KABC, 1-800-222-5222. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Happy Hour Friday, Talk Radio 790 KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC as we're talking all things sandwiches on this happy hour. I just was looking through my old photos. Wild Carvery in Burbank, another great place. That place is in downtown Burbank, across from Granville. Downtown Burbank, I miss living there. That was a good time. And speaking of Burbank, I'm getting a little emotional thinking about it. But, once you start thinking sandwiches, all the sandwiches from your past start popping in your head. And I just had to look up if it still exists, and it doesn't. It's probably been gone for years. But in Burbank, on the other side of Burbank, on Burbank Boulevard, there used to be this little place called Venice Deli, and they had a sandwich called the Venice Special. And when I used to work for my dad's print shop in Burbank, before I got into radio, I would go there constantly. I think I liked working there just because I liked the sandwich. It was really good. Just seeing a picture on their Yelp page, because the place has been closed for years, and seeing the menu, it brought a tear to my eye. Let's go to Ed in the Valley. Ed, hello.
Hi, Randy. I have two places I'd recommend. The first one's in Woodland Hills. It's Frank Delicatessen. It's on Victory, just east of Canoga Avenue. They have a pastrami dip there that is the best I've ever had. I've eaten it at Brent's, and I still feel it's better than Brent's. The other location is the Raven in Ventura. It's about 3 miles below the 101. They have one of the best roast beef dips I've ever had. So both of those are just outstanding. And thanks for everything.
I'm following them both right now. Thank you so much, Ed. Appreciate it. So he's got Frank's _Weilers _Deli, and he says their pastrami is even better than Brent's. Now I'm going to have to try both and compare them. And then Ravens in Ventura. The Raven Tavern. I'm going to check that out as well. More of your calls coming up in minutes. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on KABC. It's the News Blitz with Randy Wang on Talk Radio 790 KABC. Before we get back to the calls, a little prize from me to you for being such great KABC listeners, for calling in, for emailing, telling all your friends and family about the station you listen to, 790 KABC. KABC welcomes Megadeth, the Destroy All Enemies tour at the YouTube Theater August 15th. Tickets are on sale Friday at Ticketmaster.com, but right now, caller number 9 at 1-888-790-5222 gets a pair of tickets to the show. Tickets furnished by Live Nation. Good luck dialing. Let's go to Mark in Orange County. Mark, hello.
Hi, hello. How you doing, Randy?
Doing great.
Good. My favorite sandwich is one I make myself. I call it a blat. It's bacon, lettuce, avocado, and tomato on grilled sourdough bread. And I worked at Marie Callender's after I got out of the Army. And they made this grilled bread. It's butter, margarine, and Parmesan. You spread it on the bread and then put it on the grill. And a little bit of garlic on the avocado, and you're good to go.
That sounds pretty darn mouth-watering. Thank you so much for the call, Mark. Appreciate it. Let's go to Ed in Woodland Hills. Ed, hello.
Well, hello, Randy. Long time no talk. But I would tell you, right up the street from your DXL store on Topanga, go north to Sherman Way, make a left, and there's Cavarettas. It's the oldest deli in the valley, Italian deli in the valley. They got the best Italian subs. They got imported wines from Italy and cheeses and stuff. I know you'll be all over that. It was founded in 1956. It's, I think, one of the oldest delis, Italian delis.
Oh, wow. This sounds... Spell it again for me, Ed. I'm trying to type it in the computer here.
Cavarettas. Cavarettas. Cavarettas.
Right. Cavarettas, Italian deli.
And now my backup one is, if you ever make it over to Catalina Island, you got to stop at the Lobster Trap. If you like grilled fish sandwiches, they got sea bass, halibut, yellowtail. And with that, with a bowl of clam chowder or lobster bisque, you're good to go. And then you can stumble over to the Marlin Club and have a good night.
That sounds great. I am overdue to check out Catalina. Ed, thanks so much for the suggestions. Appreciate it. He has got for us Cavarettas Italian Deli, and then he has got the Lobster Trap on Catalina Island. Yum, yum, yum. Let's go to, we're running out of time, so 30 seconds. Let's go real quick here. Eddie in Rosemead. Eddie, hello.
Hi. You guys got to try Tito's Market in Almani. They got the best empanadas there, too, but they got a ribeye sandwich that is really good.
Oh, that sounds incredible. Thanks so much for the call, Eddie. Appreciate it. Tito's Sandwiches and Empanadas in El Monte. Leonard in San Gabriel. Leonard, you got 30 seconds.
Hey, Randy. Mario's Deli in Glendale. It's on Broadway. It's over by the courthouse. They have a great turkey, And then also their meatball is really good. But there's this one little mom and pop up in Pasadena. It's called Roma's. This guy makes a killer cold cut sandwich, and he sells about 400 of them a day. So they're pretty good.
That sounds incredible. Leonard, thanks so much for those suggestions. Last call here, Caroline in Santa Monica. Caroline, hello.
Phillippe's near Union Station. How could we forget? The home
I'm
of the
so
French.
glad you decided to do last but not least for Philippe's. Philippe's is a Los Angeles legend.
And when I worked down there, I used to go pick up sandwiches. Mom's favorite was the lamb. And then I'd go to Phoenix and pick up dessert.
That sounds incredible. Caroline, thanks so much for the call. All right, we got so many suggestions here. If you missed any of them, download the podcast. I'm going to put it up in about 5-10 minutes at kabc.com. Click on podcasts or go to the Apple Podcast app, iHeart, Spotify. Search for Randy Wang. Search for the News Blitz. You can subscribe on Apple Podcasts. While you're listening, it has a whole transcript of the whole show, so you can go through it and you'll see all the names, all the locations. On my Instagram, I'll post a Twitter handle for every single one we talked about at Randy Wang Radio. That's Randy Wang Radio. Thank you all so much for contributing to another epic, incredible happy hour show. And I think we're all going to go get a sandwich this weekend. Thanks so much for listening, everybody. Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday back here at 5 o'clock for another News Blitz on KABC.